Hey guys, so welcome back to 100 Line Lost of It's Academy 2. Let's carry on where we left off. We're at our lowest point. Having lost over half our friends, we killed these civilians to save other friends, we can't escape to the artificial satellite because we don't have any fuel, and absolutely worst of all, the sponsor teased me in a sing-song voice. The war crimes don't stop with this masked freak. And I've already laid out my guess that it's Ato underneath that helmet. Something about the way he talks, and also this is the kind of diabolical trap he'd lay out for Takumi to torment his ass, right? I mean, at least we got to see Tsubasa and Darumi kiss. The only thing I don't really know is who the initial sponsor was. I don't know if we're going to find out. I'm sure we will at some point. Every time I fell asleep, I dreamed of the people I killed. They were ghosts, glaring at me in the darkness. And when I awoke, the ghosts would vanish. In their place was endless darkness. I'd go back to sleep, and the ghosts would hover in the air once more. I'd wake up, and they'd disappear. Every day repeated itself. Gradually, I started to be unable to discern if I was dead or alive. I don't even know if there is going to be another round. I think, as far as the sponsor's concerned, he's won. Oh, maybe. The night I killed them, I died with them. Who is it now? Takumi? Tsubasa? Feeling better now? I was on the verge of tears the moment I heard her voice. Oh, dude, that breaks my heart, man. I can just picture Takumi his lips start quivering as soon as he hears her voice and he just lets it all out. I wanted to leap out of bed and cling to her. It took everything in me not to act on that impulse. I'm sorry I wasn't here sooner. I've been in bed all this time, too. I'm sorry. You're in so much pain. You shouldn't be. I'm sorry. You had to do something like that because of me. I could clearly hear the sound of Tsubasa's tears hitting the floor.
Huh?
It's okay. I'm the one who did it. And when someone does something wrong, they need to suffer for it. No, you didn't do anything wrong, Takumi. The ones we really should be blaming are the people who put us in this horrible situation to begin with. We just got dragged here all of a sudden and forced to fight these enemies we didn't know anything about. And then this killing game started because I volunteered us to. I told us to go play. I even convinced Takemaru, and look how that turned out. It's all so confusing. You didn't do anything wrong. 2 teardrops fell onto my cheek. The girl I love is crying. I want to comfort her, but I can't touch her. My hands are too dirty. No, Tsubasa. There's no point trying to rationalize it. I can't run away from what I did. My hands tell the story. They're covered in blood. Blood that'll never wash away. It wasn't about words or reason. My hands gave it away. They branded me as a criminal. Don't worry about me anymore. I'm evil. I don't belong with you guys. God. Now he's gonna start believing he really is the Grim Reaper after all this time. I wanted to get Tsubasa as far away from me as soon as possible. I didn't want to sully her with all the sin and death I brought with me. But she never made any attempt to leave my side. I do like that about Tsubasa now. She wouldn't leave Darumi's side. Gave her a nice little smooch on the lips. And now she's not going to leave my side. We gonna get a smooch on the lips? Fine. If you think you're a criminal, so be it. Takumi the criminal. I'm fine with this new label of yours. So at least hear what I have to say about our future. Our future? I talked with Yugamu and Darumi earlier. We're never going to be able to go back to how it was before. Yugamu made Kyoshika drink poison. Darumi killed Hirako. Even if we tried to live like normal in the complex, I think we'd suffer trying to readjust to peaceful lives. Yeah, well, I guess we all did dastardly things, huh? I mean, Tsubasa didn't do anything dastardly, but her inaction cost Hirako her life as well. She's right. We've strayed a long way from the lives we used to live. I couldn't face Mom or Dad. I couldn't go back to that life. Not that I even planned on trying. We got Eito Atsuki inside us.
Ah,
But Tsubasa, you're still clean. You can still go back. Listen to me, Takumi. We'll live together as roommates when we get to the artificial satellite. Roommates? I've been roommate zoned? We'll rent out some cheap little detached home, and all 4 of us criminals can live together in poverty. It might be hard for us to reintegrate into society when we get back from the war, but at least when we go home, we'll have the friends who went through it with us. I'm sure we can overcome anything as long as we're together. Tsubasa's voice was lively as she described our future together. We'll get part-time jobs so we can afford food and pay the bills. I need to start researching some cheap but tasty recipes right away. Oh, and we should get some cheap appliances from secondhand shops. Even total junk is no problem because I can fix it. Tsubasa, what are you? We'll be busy on weekdays, so we might not even get to see each other. But we can make up for it by making sure we can take weekends off together. This sounds like a really cool sitcom that I'd watch. Just 4 criminals that are friends, living under one roof, like trying to make ends meet, readjust to society. We can rent some cheap DVDs and have an all-day watch party. This is a nice CG. That very moment, I could clearly envision the life Tsubasa was describing. It was so vivid. Almost like I could reach out and grab it. Damn, Nozomi's not invited.
I bet Darumi won't want to watch anything except B-grade horror movies.
Yeah, well, that's not exactly a bet. That's a guarantee.
She and Yugamu will love it. We're gonna feel left out, but we'll still watch all of them to the end. Doesn't take much to convince us, huh? After we're done, we'll all clean up the popcorn Darumi threw all over the place.
This is nice. This is like a nice way for Tsubasa to try and cheer Takumi out. Like, it's not enough to just say, you know, you didn't do anything wrong. You know, it's good that she's acknowledged it. Like, yeah, you know what? We've done wrong, but we've done wrong together. So we can use that as our mutual sort of issue to try and carve something new for ourselves.
We'll all sigh and laugh as we sweep.
And like just describing a potential future, it kind of helps put it into perspective for Takumi, who's probably like, I have no future, right? Like, or at the very least, the future is very unknown because I don't know what I can do. Everything's just pitch black right now.
You'll say, you made us waste our day off watching these garbage movies. And I'll say, but I kind of enjoyed it.
An overwhelming feeling welled up as I played out the scene in my head. This feeling rising up inside of me. It was longing. I wanted this future. I wanted it so bad it hurt. No. I can't start dreaming about the future. I can't let myself have a future after taking so many lives. It's not right. Go away. Go away. I frantically repeated these words in my head. Demons aren't allowed to dream about happy endings. And yet there are plenty of demons out there who have achieved a happy ending. The unfortunate thing is, Takumi, you're too good for your own good. Aww. There was a warm sensation on my lips. Tsubasa's lips rested neatly atop mine. Her breath, her warmth, her hopes, her life, I felt all of it in my soul.
I just took half of your sins, Takumi. Guess that makes me a criminal too.
Yeah, you stole a kiss from me, you thief.
And in exchange, I gave you half of my life.
The moment I heard those words, I truly felt like I'd been reborn. This is it. This is where we climb out of the hole, we get after the sponsor, we salvage whatever we can and make some kind of happy ending out of all this. There was a faint warmth in my chest.
It's okay. You can make things right. I know you're a kind person, Takumi.
We've faced so much adversity on this route. Like, a lot.
So please, make my dream come true. Let's all be roommates.
And this all stems from the fact that we're doing an invader hunt. Like, it's such a random concept that's taking place here compared to, like, the other routes, you know, with, like, Rebellion or Second Scenario. You know, they're all, like, viable routes, serial battles, you know. They're all, like, Yeah, I can picture this happening. This invader hunt just comes out of nowhere. Like, when you go back in time, it's not something you'd anticipate would be an actual thing. I mean, on a meta level, probably you would. But, you know, narratively speaking, this is like, wow. This is so different compared to, like, Route Zero, for instance. And here we are. And this is a pretty, like, damn good route, I gotta say. After giving me another kiss on the cheek, she suddenly jolted back.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did it again. I kissed 2 people practically back to back. Am I just easy? Anyway, Takumi, get well soon. I'm out of here. It's okay, I'm not going to chase you out the door or bark. Tsubasa rushed out the door. The sound of her briskly shutting it behind her echoed in the room. The moment I heard that sound... Time to get back. Oh, shit!
Huh?
Underground Trial. You know, the other version. I'd unconsciously risen to my feet. My body was moving. My heart was telling me it still wanted to live. It was as if I'd never lost the will to keep going in the first place. I felt almost as if I wasn't myself. Right. I guess I'm half Tsubasa now? Takumi Kawana. Tsubasa had breathed half of her life into me, and she'd taken on half of my sin, which meant...
Okay, Tsubasa. Let's do this.
My shoulders aren't carrying as much weight anymore, I guess. I'm the most horrible person to ever exist. A complete villain who kills people. Scum that doesn't deserve to live. Trash. The Grim Reaper, a demon. Now I didn't realize Shoma was inside us too. But that's exactly why I have to fight for my friends. Yeah, that's right, Takumi. We have to do what they can't. Alright? We dirty our hands so they don't have to. I'll use these filthy hands to cradle Tsubasa's beautiful dream and keep it safe. And in order to do that...
I'm gonna finish this invader hunt, once and for all.
Oh my god, this is like the end of a Chapter 4 Danganronpa game. I'm gonna end this game! For real! Alright, let's do it. Man, over half my save files still say 60 endings. We haven't reached one in quite some time. Sorry for worrying you guys. I'm fine now. The next morning, back on my feet. I called everyone to the hangar and apologized for being in bed for so long. Takumi, thank goodness you're okay. You were so sad. There. I'll make you some porridge with egg later, okay? Say, no thanks on the porridge. I get the feeling Nozomi's been turning more and more sisterly ever since she started looking after Commune. Dorumi, Yugamu, you two came to visit me a lot. Thanks for cheering me up. No thanks to Nozomi for not visiting.
Too bad you didn't die so I could have Mr. Tsubasa all to myself.
You looked so adorable in your catatonic state. I wanted to immortalize you in wax and use you to decorate my room. I've been there, done that, and I know exactly how it was going to go down. Okay, so thank you for not doing that. Hey, stop saying scary things or no dessert. Seriously, stop with the big sister act.
Maybe everyone looks like Commune to her now.
Multiple communes. I wanted to thank Commune too, but there was no sign of her. Maybe she was working on the escape pod. And last but far from least, Tsubasa. She awkwardly averted her eyes. I guess she must be feeling embarrassed about what happened. She was in the moment. She had her speech. She bared her soul, but then as soon as she gave half of the soul to me, she needed to replenish. She needed to replenish her soul back. I decided I would talk to her about it later, then look to Yugamu. He urged me to keep talking with his eyes. Takumi, sorry to do this when you're just getting back, but we need to discuss what happens next right away. If we take too long, round 4 will start. Round 4 will last from day 86 to day 100. Right now is our break. There's no way we're gonna do this a 4th time. Absolutely not. Yeah, what's the difference about this round 4? Is it sudden death, only one survivor? We're all in agreement then. We're not participating in this invader hunt again. But if we want to leave the game, we're going to need to procure fuel for the escape pod somehow. Fuel as in a large amount of cryptoglobin? Commune said before we'd need the cryptoglobin from the strongest class of commanders. Strongest class of commanders. That Dal Shah surely fits the bill. We can beat him and take his cryptoglobin. We'll definitely be able to launch the escape pod. But he was insanely strong. Our attacks didn't do anything to him. I have PTSD from almost getting killed by him.
Are you alright, Mr. Tsubasa? If you need somewhere to puke, aim for my face.
I can relate to your nausea. Dal Shah is beyond powerful. How is it fair that his defense is enough to nullify every attack? He's the only one we just can't beat. Well, I guess you're gonna need to pull out the old poison trick again, Yugamu, but this time, put it in aerosol form, rather than blood. Alone, that is. Alone? I wondered what he was implying. And just then, we got some new allies.
Please, allow me to handle Dalsha.
When did you get here?
Oh my god, the jailbait Tri-Maiden!
The what? Excuse you? It's so cute when you just show up like that. My sister's the cutest girl in the cosmos. True enough, but more importantly, Commune, do you know anything about Dal Shah?
Dalsha is one of the most renowned warriors in all of history. Naturally, word of his abilities spread throughout the land.
Then, do you know how we can get through those impossible defenses of his?
Dalsha is permanently cloaked in a mist of divine blood, cryptoglobin.
Can you fire an arrow at his ass?
The blood he expels is the true form of his impenetrable defense. In order to damage him, you must first destroy his cloak of cryptoglobin.
Destroy it. How do we do that?
It's quite simple. Use poison. Pure divine blood is weak only to poison. Even more so when it's exposed like that.
So we need poison that works on cryptoglobin. We'd better figure that out. Wait, hold on. I could swear we already... The cryptoglobin they absorb courses through their bodies, so I simply need to develop a poison that acts on cryptoglobin. Hey, you made a poison that works on cryptoglobin when you killed the previous sponsor, right? Could we use that to beat Dal Shah? Yes, I was thinking the same thing. I've already given Commune the poison I made.
Yamu's poison is quite well made. After I make a few improvements to it, it'll be able to break through Dalsha's impenetrable defenses.
Things were moving smoothly and quickly. If we keep this momentum going, we'll be able to take down Dal Shah and get his cryptoglobin. But don't celebrate just yet. We have another foe who's a far bigger nuisance. Let me guess. The sponsor. I can't get a read on them at all. It's highly likely that they'll insert themselves in our battle with Dal Shah. They might even have a more evil trick in store for us. Knowing them, they definitely do. Maybe we should take out the sponsor first?
I want to kill Dalsha first. If we keep letting Grandpa wander around outside the old folks' home, it's not going to be pretty.
In short, we have two options right now. Target Dal Shah or target the sponsor. And making that decision falls to me as team leader, I suppose. It so pains me to force you to make a decision while you're convalescing, but I would prefer it if our leader chose our course of action. Whatever you choose, we'll see it through to the end. Do we take care of Dal Shah as soon as possible, or do we take out the sponsor first? If we get Dal Shah's cryptoglobin, we can escape, but it's entirely possible the sponsor will throw something at us to stop us. Maybe we should start with the sponsor then. But I really would rather avoid a direct confrontation with them. We already know how to deal with Dal Shah, but we don't even know who or what the sponsor really is. Dal Shah or the sponsor? I have to make a choice. What am I going to do here? Oh shit, okay. Good question. What the hell? We don't even have an attack plan for the sponsor. With Dal Shah, we know what we need to do. Who will you fight first? Dal Shah or the sponsor? I mean, it's not like... Even if we kill Dal Shah, it's not like we can just flee into space, right? The sponsor still has our bombs, like, at his fingertips. The detonation device, that is. But then Takumi's like, I don't know, we have no way of taking down the sponsor. Okay, how about this? Like, we know how we're going to defeat Dal Shah. We don't know how we're going to defeat the sponsor. Maybe we choose the sponsor first so we can research how to beat them. And then when Dal Shah inevitably comes... Who will you fight first? Dal Shah or the sponsor? I'm spending so long on this. I feel like we need to get rid of the sponsor first. I think Yugama made a good point. He could interfere with our plans to take down Dal Shah. No doubt he knows about the escape pod. Alright, let's go sponsor first. He's the immediate threat. I still want to defeat the sponsor. They're the embodiment of evil. Unless we eradicate them from this world, they'll come back to haunt us again and again. I fell for their ruse and became a murderer. I can't let anyone else make the same mistake.
I totally agree with Takumi. I'll never forgive the sponsor for toying with us and exploiting our kindness. Never! Nobody gets away with harming my dear Takumi.
My dear Takumi? Is there something we should know?
That was a joke. Just a joke. There's nothing going on between Takumi and me. Nothing at all. Right?
Do I get to make another choice here? Lie or tell the truth?
Right, Takumi?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. No sorry. Not like even a teensy little thing. Cross your hearts and hope to die.
What sort of follow-up question is that? I already said it was nothing.
Oh no. I mean,
If we're getting technical,
it was just one thing.
why are you telling them about that? It just slipped out, I can't control myself. Blob and die, you dumb normies. Only Takumi, though. What is happening? Why are Tsubasa and Takumi fighting all of a sudden? This is more of an expression of love. You'll understand when you're older.
Stop it. We have better things to do than tease me right now, okay? I already had enough of the teasing from the sponsor that made my life a living hell.
I think we should be talking about this even more. We all want to see you happy, Takumi. This is not my happy face. This is my embarrassed face.
What? See me happy?
You've been suffering all this time because you took on the toughest role among us. So when we see you happy, it gives us a sense of relief.
Basically, we wish for your happiness as much as you wish for ours. Oh man, I made the wrong choice or something, didn't I? Like, we want to see you happy, and I just know, like, at the end, like, of this day, it's gonna be like, unfortunately, there was no happiness to be found. For tomorrow, the greatest despair was waiting for me, and then we're all dead. Or something of the sort. Didn't you know? We were heartbroken for all those days because you were out of commission. We'll fight the sponsor for daring to inflict so much pain on you just for kicks.
Because making you happy is the only reason we're even fighting.
What? No, don't make that your reason for fighting, please. Oh, but Takumi's genuinely smiling now. In that moment, I knew in my heart that we could beat the sponsor. Oh god, this is gonna end poorly. With friends like this behind me, I could overcome any cunning or intrigue the sponsor threw at me. This time, we'll succeed. The sponsor is going down. We all exchanged glances and nodded. I vowed to myself that we would defeat the sponsor. Okay, we need to firm up our strategy. If you'll all kindly accompany me to the biolab.
Why the biolab?
There's something I need to show everyone. Something critical to our plan and to beating the sponsor. Yugamu led us all to the biolab. Okay? Here you go. Take a look at these. Yugamu retrieved some things from a shelf and laid them out on the desk.
Eek!
The heck? Finger? Was this like matter from, what, the previous sponsor? The one that blew up?
These are dismembered parts of a dead body.
Yes, indeed. I went around collecting them from all over the schoolyard while we were on our little break. A dismembered body in the schoolyard! Whose is it? There's no mistaking it. These are the body parts of the first sponsor. The one who self-destructed on the last day of the second round. They blew themselves up to hide their identity after they realized the poison was lethal. That must be why some of these body parts are charred. Yep, figured that much. Anyway, I analyzed these assorted remains the other day, and I discovered something very intriguing. Oh my god, are we gonna have some answers here? It's about damn time! This body had already been dead for several years. What? Years? I felt a chill just then. But the sponsor only self-destructed 20 or so days ago. I was surprised too. I convinced myself I must have made a mistake. So I checked again and again, but the result was always the same. Every corpse had been dead for at least a few months, sometimes years. So my final conclusion was this. The sponsor's true identity was a dead body.
Dead body? You mean they were a zombie?
They were a Gi. I see. Someone possessed by the Gi. Well, there's only a few people. But would Kako really do this? I don't think Nozomi hopped. Oops. Maybe there's another route where the Gi come into play and I haven't explored it yet. There's still some routes out there. Think about it. Doesn't it make a lot of what we knew about them make sense? They didn't need to eat or sleep. They kept coming back even when we killed them. That's like the textbook definition of zombie. I don't know. It sounds too outrageous to me. An invader hunt's easier to swallow. You think it's impossible, right? But how many impossible things have we already witnessed since coming to this academy? There's probably an actual person controlling these dead bodies using hemoanima. That would explain why the sponsor had so many bodies at their disposal. They were all corpse puppets. They could grab as many dead bodies as they wanted from a cemetery or something. That's what the first sponsor really was. An army of dead bodies. But the poison killed them. This idea could also explain why they organized the invader hunt in the first place. What do you mean? By making us slaughter invaders by the dozens, the sponsor would get their prime pick of dead bodies. Then they could create as many spares as they wanted. They were powering themselves up by making us create dead bodies for them? Exactly. To the sponsor, we're just corpse-churning contractors. That's why the rules of the hunt are fairly lenient toward the players. It was set up in such a way to ensure the sponsor wouldn't lose too many of their contractors all at once. And yet motivate us to actually go out there and kill as many as we could.
Only executing one player per round, that seemed kind of half-assed to me.
Yeah, and the schedule's not exactly lining up. And the duration of each round suddenly went up to 15 days, slowing down the pace of the executions, because people kept dying. The points distribution system was to help us stay alive for longer as well. Because of that, we were able to hunt together in teams. All so that we could create as many dead bodies as possible. We've been dancing to that zombie's morbid tune, and it irks the hell out of me. Do you think the second sponsor is also a corpse puppet? Odds are deathly high. They claim to be the sponsor's successor, but they're likely just one of the many corpses the first sponsor still has at their disposal. Should we go to the morgue and, see if Eito and Gaku are still there? This is mind-boggling. The sponsor's been using us all this time? To create dead bodies that they then turn into zombies? But wait. A blood-curdling possibility suddenly flashed across my mind. If the sponsor could control dead bodies. Yugamo. If the sponsor's ability is to control corpses, could they use our friends' bodies as well? What if they raid Kyoshika's grave or steal Kurata's body? Not those ones. But Gaku. Gaku and Eito's bodies are in danger as well. We've left them in the morgue. Oh my god, bro. I'm clicking at the same time. I love it. I love it when that happens. The sponsor could have easily stolen them from under our noses. That's just inhuman. Using their bodies even after they've died? Uh-oh. Let's go check the graves and morgue immediately. We need to make sure the bodies are all accounted for. We all turned at once and started to dash out of the lab when... Whoa. Chill out, guys. Yugamo stopped us, his arms outstretched across the doorway. I've already secured our friend's remains. Did you do that before or after this revelation? What were you planning to do with them? Secured them? Where? I needed some company when I slept at night. I told you that they make me calm when I sleep next to dead bodies. In their own dignified coffins in my room. Since we're on the subject, come and pay your respects. Don't forget your F key. We hesitantly headed to Yugamu's room. Inside, we saw the new morgue. Yugamu's room was packed from wall to wall with coffins. It looked more like a morgue than a bedroom now.
Where's your furniture? Your bed?
Oh, I sleep in that coffin over there. The one that Gaku's in.
I dismembered and disposed of them. I figured these guys' eternal sleep was more important than mine, you know?
Aw, that's pretty sweet of him.
Thank you, Yugamo, for protecting their bodies all by yourself. I'm so glad they're safe.
Yeah. You did great. Once the invader hunt is over, we'll give them a proper reburial.
It was funny when Takumi was like, yeah! I couldn't quite tell if he was in agreement or not. He was still in shock. It's like, holy shit, this guy's got all these bodies in his room.
Yugamo, What are those things on top of the coffins?
The bombs from inside their bodies. I surgically removed them when I brought them here.
Oh, I see.
It didn't feel right to leave something so sickening inside them, even in death, you know? Yugamu.
I could feel my tears welling up at Yugamu's kind consideration. He was probably more repulsed by the bombs than ever, having been blown up by one himself the other day. We all stood before the coffins to pay our respects before leaving Yugamu's room. Yeah, this definitely feels like this is the finale now. This is who we're fighting for. These guys. Maybe not Ato. The moment we stepped out of Yugamu's room onto the rooftop, we heard an unexpected voice.
Ah.
Hey! You guys have a minute?
Long time no see, everyone.
Ima and Kako. Well, well, you two are an unusual sight around here. To what do we owe the honor? I could already feel tensions rising. We exchanged knowing glances and prepared ourselves to fight if we needed to. Nobody could tell what those two were thinking. They even injured Nozomi during the Ava incident before. No need to be so wary. We're here to offer you our unconditional surrender.
Right. Like a white flag?
Kako raised both hands as a sign of surrender, just because your hands are pale white. So, what, you're not going to antagonize us anymore? I mean, it's not like we could beat you guys, right?
And now Takemaru is dead.
There's really no point competing against you the way things are right now. In fact, we were hoping we could join you. Oh, that's rich coming from you. Costing me out by myself. I will never forget that. I hold a grudge. I'm terrible. I hold grudges, like, till the day I die. Sounds like a good deal. For you. After all those terrible things you said to Takumi? I'm not expecting you to welcome us for free, of course. I come bearing a gift. What kind of gift? My life. I'll stay in last place all through the next round and die. In exchange, I ask that you keep my dear sister safe when I'm gone. What?
Brother dearest, what are you talking about?
I'll even let you lock me in that cage in the courtyard if you doubt my sincerity. Alright. Okay. Not a bad trade offer, I gotta say. I suppose I have to strongly consider this. Then I'll die in the same cage Ava once occupied. Poetic justice for my attempted murder of her, don't you think?
Ima. Brother dearest, no! How could I live without you?
Come now, sister dearest. This is the way it should be.
It's an unspoken rule that an older brother takes the place of his sister when she faces certain death.
I figured this is how it was going to shake out. Ima's words made me remember what Ava said just before she died.
To earn my title as mother, there's something I must do. I must teach Nozomi the meaning of true love and the strength of a real parent who never sacrifices her children to benefit herself.
Well said. A loving heart that moves someone to give their life to protect another. Completely contrary to what the Killing Game stood for. And that was why. It's fine. You can both join our team. Really? Yeah. Takemaru asked me to forgive you too anyway. I'm so grateful, Mr. Sumino. I will die as promised, so please take care of my dear on one condition. You shut the fuck up and you gag yourself for the rest of the time here. Ima, you are prohibited from dying. You need to survive too. What? Hold on, Mr. Sumino. If I survive, someone else has to die. No. Nobody has to die. We're going to put an end to this game. Don't worry. As long as we remain united, the sponsor will be no match for us. Seems like someone's developed a killer new attitude since we saw him last. But that's how our leader should be.
I feel like we're letting these two off too easy. But I'm good if Takumi is. Ima, Kako, let's put our past behind us and work together for the future. Gross! I usually can't stand cringy stuff like this. But I'll let this one slide. It'll be a change from all that awkwardness at least.
To be fair to the others, we all fell for the sponsor's ploy to divide and conquer. Now we're finally united as one again, even though we were pretty divided before the sponsor even appeared. The pride of the Special Defense Unit is at stake. Let's take down that sponsor. Our newfound unity made us all the more determined to fight against our enemy. Would carry on the will of those who had passed before us and do what needed to be done. Okay. Gearing up for the finale now. This has been a long route. But
burn Adam troops!
every part of it has been very enjoyable, I gotta say. Alright, let's get this meeting started. Needless to say, we're here to discuss how to bring down the sponsor once and for all. I shot Yugamu a glance, and he took over. To beat the sponsor, we'll first have to deal with the 3 deadly weapons they wield. First of all, their suit. As you all know by now, that has the ability to negate hemoanima-based attacks. None of our superhuman attacks will even scratch it.
Technology that nullifies the power of divine blood? The inventor must be a real wizard.
But it's crazy weak against physical attacks. Anyone can destroy it with a regular weapon. So get out your AKs. Yeah, we broke through it before with a simple crossbow. It's not all that tough. We shot holes in the first sponsor's suit some 50 nights ago, but damaging it wasn't the real problem. The sponsor has 2 other weapons at their disposal. The bees are especially lethal. If we so much as touch the sponsor, they'll swarm around and attack us.
Just like when they killed the others by sucking their blood dry.
Mr. Yakushiji was killed by those accursed bugs, too. Why are those bees still here in the school after the change of sponsors? Likely because they aren't servants to a specific sponsor. They serve the invader hunt itself. So long as the game continues, we'll have to live in fear of those bees. It's not like the bees are invincible, though. Remember, we also have one of the sponsor's suits. The bees can't touch anyone who's wearing it. But here comes our biggest problem. The sponsor's 3rd weapon. A deadly new weapon they've somehow gotten their hands on. The detonator for the bombs inside us. Okay. Can't we surgically remove them?
Being held back by bombs in our bodies is such a killing game cliche at this point, it's starting to feel like deja vu.
There were 7 buttons on that controller. Each button had an image of one of us on it. They probably did that so they wouldn't accidentally press the wrong button in the heat of a moment. It ensures the right person gets taken out before they attack the sponsor. This 3rd weapon's maybe the worst of all. With that around, we can't even get close. Can't we develop an EMP or something that disrupts the signal? Hey, I know. What if I attack the sponsor while wearing the suit?
Nozomi, what is this nonsense? Are you still trying to die?
No, this isn't a suicide mission. In fact, I think the odds are in my favor. You don't have a bomb inside you, and the suit will protect you against hemoanima attacks. Think about it. There's no one better than me to do the job, because I don't have a bomb in my body. Oh, right. You're not an official member, so... Nozomi came to the Academy of her own free will. She basically snuck in, without even the people in charge noticing. Unlike us, she hadn't had a bomb implanted in her while she was unconscious. Even so, was it a good idea to put Nozomi in such great danger? Even if we did beat the sponsor by risking her life, I'd say building a strategy around Nozomi is feasible. It negates one of the sponsor's weapons. That's big. So I can do it, but then all the sponsor has to do is like, if you come at me, I'll just blow everyone else up. But even if we risk your life to beat the sponsor, would that really end the game? Beat the sponsor, beat the game. Oh no, the sponsor's actually still alive! That's been the flow of events so far. Not wrong.
Right, another successor might show up.
They've got an army of zombies after all.
Creating successors out of dead bodies is too freaky, even for me.
But didn't the sponsor mention they only had one body right now?
No, there's only one of me. I'm not talented enough to control more than one body.
Obviously that was a lie. Why would they show their hand so easily? We should assume the sponsor still has multiple bodies. It's pointless to kill just the one we can see. How about if we find and kill the person controlling them? There being one person in control was just a theory. Even if I was right, where would this person be? How could we find them? The sponsor's like a roach that can't be squished. Tsubasa suddenly raised her voice in frustration. They should just drop dead already. Why won't this game end?
Don't be sad, Mr. Tsubasa. It's basically stylistic form for killing games to drag on and on.
Stylistic form?
Ever noticed how killing games in movies or comics never seem to end once they get started? The players exploit a loophole and think they've won, only to find themselves at the start of another game. They beat the mastermind and think it's finally over, only for the true mastermind to show up.
It sounds like you are describing the invader hunt.
Yeah, because so far as killing games go, this hunt's about as cliche as they come. I mean, have you seen the rules?
There's no clear rule explaining how the players can win this game. I bet the sponsor's hoping it'll drag on forever!
That's-
Oh, just knock me out now.
That's not true. There is a rule proclaiming how the invader hunt will end. The only question is, will the sponsor live up to it?
I prefer killing games that start and end with a bang. Oh, my recent wrecks include...
Ruby proceeded to go on a tangent about killing game reviews and theories, but I'd already tuned out by then. It was something she said earlier that I couldn't get out of my mind. The rule of how to end the game. It ends when we are attacked unprovoked, right? There's no clear rule explaining how the players can win this game. She was right, there was nothing in the rules about us winning. For some odd reason, that statement stuck in my mind, even though I couldn't figure out for the life of me why it seemed so important. Takumi, are you okay? Shh. I'm thinking, okay? If you don't want my head to explode, let me process this. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about something. I ignored the odd sensation and focused on continuing the discussion. Okay, let's put our heads together to come up with a way to beat the sponsor and prevent another one from showing up. We talked over different ideas right until nighttime, but still couldn't come up with anything viable. Okay, well, we're running out of time until round 4 starts. Our break time ends tomorrow. The 4th round would start in 2 days. I didn't want to play this game anymore. I've been hoping we could take out the sponsor before it started, but getting flustered now solves nothing. I should just go to bed. I slipped into bed and lay down with every intention of sleeping. But it was not to be. My mind was still actively thinking about Tarumi's words from the afternoon, and sleep had all but fled from me.
There's no clear rule explaining how the players can win this game. I bet the sponsor's hoping it'll drag on forever! Oh, just knock me out now.
Okay, it's not. She's right in that there's no rule explaining how we can win. There's just a rule explaining how it can end. I didn't know why I was so hung up on that one point, and I still couldn't find an answer no matter how hard I thought about it. That's what happens when the rules aren't posted directly to our school handbook. We can't review it at any time. Eventually, I finally started drifting off. Because I fell asleep with the lights on, my sleep was shallow that night. But I did dream. In those dreams, I relived the events that had occurred ever since the sponsor showed up. Oh, time for a summary. Don't worry, I will not lay a finger on any of you. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause. There you go. Done. Takumi, wake up now. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause. Why is this rule even tossed in there? In case the sponsor gets bored? The forceful ending of the game was the one thing that could be construed as player victory. Maybe that was why I got so hung up on what Tarumi said, because a player victory condition actually did exist. The next scene to flash across my mind was Yugamu being blown up by the second sponsor. The invader hunt didn't end then, even though they'd murdered a player. That was because Yugamu attacked the sponsor first, so punishing him for that was considered just cause. The current sponsor carried that terrible remote control capable of blowing us up everywhere they went. What if we don't put Nozomi in the suit? Someone just wears the suit and goes after the sponsor. The sponsor doesn't know who it is, so they have no choice but to press all the buttons on the remote. That's unjustifiably killing someone, right? Because there's no way they know for sure who's under the suit, and they're gonna target a bystander, so long as we're all hidden away. The scene changed, and I saw the bodies of our friends that Yugamu had secured. The bombs on top of the coffins. Yugamu had surgically removed them post-mortem. He was blown up by one himself. He must have abhorred their very existence. This terrifying weapon was tucked away in the bodies of all my friends.
It's an unspoken rule that an older brother takes the place of his sister when she faces certain death.
Oh, we're gonna sacrifice Ima? The plan is coming together. Next, the memory of Ima and Kako asking to join our team surfaced in my mind. Ima declared that he would die on behalf of Kako. His determination touched me. Just then. I've got it. It's like we did our own closing argument comic book in our head just then. I sat up in bed, suddenly wide awake.
Huh?
I found it. I found it! I'd had an epiphany while sifting through those memories in my dreams. How convenient that they all played like a slideshow. I found a way to end this game. I ran out of my room and went up to wake Yugamu and Darumi. Alright guys, listen up. What is it, Takumi? It is the dead of night, you know.
Yeah, what do you want? I was just about to go visit Mr. Tsubasa in her room.
Listen guys, I finally found... Wait, what? What are you going to do? I finally found it. I found a way to end the invader hunt. You mean you found a way to definitively kill the sponsor? No, we're not going to kill the sponsor. We're going to end the game.
What now? Is there any difference?
As different as chalk and cheese. Conflating the two was our first mistake. I shared my new strategy with my friends. Their reaction? This is how you know the plan's gonna work, because we're not going through him spelling it out for us. That does sound like it could be worth a try.
But it's Yugamu's handiwork that'll make or break the whole thing. You sure it's gonna work?
I'm sure. He's already taken out 6 of those things. You can probably do it blindfolded by now, right? I've never done it on a living patient before, okay? Don't come crying to me if I end up killing you instead. Doesn't matter. We can keep coming back with the Revival-Matic until you get it right. You're making this sound like some peaceful picnic. Well, I'll give it a try. It's the job of a leader's aide to pander to his every whim and fancy, after all. We don't have much time, so let's start right away. I need you two to come with me to the biolab. Alright, time to get some surgery done. We quietly and stealthily made our way to the biolab, taking care not to be discovered by the sponsor. Was he like patrolling the halls? Take up your clothes and lie down on that table over there. Rumi and I complied with Yugamu's instructions, stripping down with our backs to each other. Okay, now Takumi, just stand there. I'm going to operate on Darumi. You stand in the corner. I'm going to need to use you as a reference.
I have to let 2 boys see me naked? Gross. I might as well go the whole 9 yards and start making the O face now.
Come on, this is an emergency. It's not like we've got any ulterior motives.
So says the pervert, trying to sneak glances at my boobs.
I can't. Our backs are toward each other. I'm gonna tell Mr. Tsubasa about this.
I wasn't looking. I didn't see anything. You ready? Then let's do this. Oh, but first, some anesthetic. Yugamu poked a syringe into my neck as I lay on the table. It was a sharp, prickling pain for a moment, and then my vision turned blurry. I began to feel lightheaded and... Oh god, that's so bright. God, ow. My eyes. Day 85. I blew up 6 times. Day 86. 12 times.
You did it, Yugamu. You
Wow.
did it.
Look at us.
Great, now I'm damaged goods.
You already were damaged goods, I
On
gotta
the
say.
bright side, this scar makes it look like I was in an epic sword fight or something. A scar on the back would have been a swordsman's shame.
True.
Removing that thing from a living body was certainly different. I was out of my element.
And I kept getting distracted by you, Takumi.
Anyway, better put your clothes on. The opening ceremony for the 4th round is about to begin.
Okay. Quickly got dressed, hiding the large scars on our chests under our clothes. And then... I thought he was about to say Vietnam for a second.
And the 4th round of the invader hunt will now begin. Gather at the leisure lounge so I can explain the rules.
This is it. It's do or die time.
Yugamu and I will go on ahead and tell the others about the plan. Come join us when you're ready, Takumi.
Yeah, I'll be right there. After parting ways with Darumi and Yugamu, I went back to my room and got changed. Once that was done... Oh my god, is it finally time? We all dashed to the leisure lounge. It was time for our showdown. Round 4 is not even going to start?
Finally! Although, what's with that getup of yours?
The sponsor seemed a little confused by my appearance. It was only natural, since I was wearing the same thing they were. I stood before them in the suit that Hideko had retrieved at the cost of her life.
Takumi, why are you dressed like that?
What's going on, Takumi? Everyone else looked equally confused. That was the act they were supposed to put on.
I smell a big fat rat. Is this your version of a taunt? Coming here in that suit can only mean one thing, am I right?
That depends on your response. I answered the sponsor in a calm, quiet voice. One question for you, sponsor. You've been hounding and pestering me ever since you showed up. Why? Why me?
I thought I told you before. It's because you're the most entertaining one here.
Yeah, this is definitely Eito Atsuki.
You're such a little goody-goody, which also makes you capable of the cruelest decisions. A pair of goody two-shoes would happily step into the most disgusting puddle of filth to protect someone if they could. I just knew you would provide top-class entertainment if I pushed you into a corner, and that's exactly what you did.
I can't get over that laugh. That's such a good laugh.
Are your hands still stained with the blood of those people you murdered in cold blood, serial killer Takumi?
The sponsor's jarring laughter echoed throughout the room. I don't know whose idea it was to put this voice modifier in, but it's good. Okay, now's the perfect time to act angry. I'm glad you were so entertained, and I hope you're ready for more. Let's see how funny you find this! Wait, Mr. Samino, what are you thinking? That's against the rules!
Down, Takumi, down. You can't be serious about this.
Don't do it, Takumi! Everyone tried to stop me. Of course, this was all part of the act, too. Oh god, I feel like the sponsor's gonna see right through this. We needed to make it seem like I was acting on my own, totally independent from the others. That was the scene we were trying to present to the bees hovering above. Let go. I've made up my mind. I have to do this! I shook off the pleas of the others. The sponsor has to pay for what they did! For making me kill other humans! Ah! I charged at the sponsor full speed, a knife in my hand. The bees swooped toward me with a familiar cacophony of beating wings. Obviously, they meant to suck the blood of the rule breaker dry. But their stingers couldn't penetrate the suit I was wearing. I raised the knife. The suit could repel any cryptoglobin-based attacks, but was weak against physical attacks. Even a knife should be able to break through it. Oh, that's zoom-in.
You really didn't think this through, Takumi. Have you forgotten about my other weapon?
The sponsor took out the remote control.
Sheesh, I was hoping you could entertain me for a while more before you broke. Alas, all good things must come to an end. So long, Takumi. Let's play again in our next lives.
Been there, done that. The sponsor pressed the detonation button for the bomb in my body. But someone else died instead. That was an Eito, huh? Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna stop pointing it out now. But I wasn't the one who got blown up.
Darumi!
Instead, it was Darumi. Darumi and I will exchange the bombs in our bodies. When I violate the rules, the sponsor will press the button for my bomb. Okay, I was going along the same line of thinking when it came to killing someone unprovoked. But when they do that, the one who actually explodes will be Darumi, who hasn't broken any rules at all. Right. That will fulfill the victory condition of this game. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause. That's how we'll win. Will the sponsor really honor that rule, though? They could just change it on the spot. Between the two of them, the sponsors have tampered with the rules of the hunt plenty already. That's true. The rules seem more like guidelines than anything else. But I have a feeling this one is set in stone. When I was laid up in bed before, the sponsor came to my room. I wish I could torture you myself, but alas, that would be against the rules. Just imagine he said that, but in a squeaky voice. They sounded genuinely sad when they said that. So this is a rule not even the sponsor, with all their authority, can change. I think so. The moment they blow up Darumi instead of me, something will happen. I didn't know how, but the sponsor would be heavily punished. That would give us the opportunity we needed to beat them.
Hold up. You're talking like it's a given I'll get blown up in your place. Why's it gotta be me? It doesn't matter who does it, right? Couldn't you use Emo or one of the other guys?
Hey!
No. You have to be the one. It absolutely has to be you, I've decided.
Yo, and why is that?
Because you got to kiss Tsubasa before me. This is amazing. That's the absolute pettiest reason why he would choose Darumi. And
So it's just a personal grudge? You're the normie who needs to blow up and die.
why do you care? We'll bring you back with the revival medic right away.
Of course I care. This mouth that kissed Lady Tsubasa's delicate lips will be destroyed.
Good, you homewrecker. Those lips are mine. You're killing me, Takumi. But in a good way. That's the sort of high-handedness I'd expect from a successful leader. Once I ascertained the bomb had gone off, I took off the suit and stormed toward the sponsor. That was against the rules. You broke the rules, sponsor. Blowing up the Rumi when she didn't do anything at all? Oh, that's a grave violation.
You killed Miss Amamiya? Yeah, give her back to us!
What the? You're back already? For a while, the sponsor said nothing as we surrounded and hurled accusations at them.
You really had me fooled.
Eventually, they let out a subdued sigh.
Darn it. I totally miscalculated. You switched the bombs in your bodies, huh? When I pressed the detonator, I ended up hurting Darumi without just cause. Oh, you're right. I've broken the rules of the game.
So you see,
Therefore...
I officially surrender.
That's it? No mortified denials? Sloppy excuses? Death pleas? Nothing at all?
Huh?
I thought you'd bring out at least one last desperate gambit.
What am I supposed to do? Have you seen the state of my unbeatable weapons?
We followed the sponsor's glance to the ceiling.
Huh?
They all just died.
The bees are falling.
Are they dead?
Those bees are like embodiments of the game itself. Since the game's over now, of course they're going to die too.
Oh. Wow, it sounds like Tsubasa's teardrops. One after another, the bees dropped to the ground. Finally, the last one fell, and they were all dead.
See? I have nothing to fight with now. Feel free to do whatever you want to me.
You're definitely not getting off easily. But before that, show us your true face and tell us who you really are.
That thing must be a zombie, right?
Or a monster that looks even more hideous. I'm going to take your suit off now. Resist and you die, understand?
What's the point in resisting now? Go ahead.
Igamu quickly and skillfully started removing the suit from the sponsor's body. Soon, we would see the face of the person who'd been tormenting us for days on end. Open sesame. Igamu tore the suit and helmet off from the sponsor in one breath. What? Everyone was dumbfounded by the face that had been hiding beneath the suit. I couldn't believe it. It was him. All this time? But how was it possible? Eito. You're still alive?
Hello, Takumi! Guess my secret's out. I was really hoping I could play the sponsor for a little while more.
No, you got too greedy, dumbass.
No way. Eito?
Huh?
Don't tell me you're a zombie. Did his dead body revive somehow? No, his body is still secured in my room. He couldn't have come back from the dead. Igamu, be careful what you wish for. You said you wanted to meet Eito Atsuki. Well, here he is in the freaking flesh.
Then, is this someone else disguised as Eito?
I couldn't believe Eito Atsuki was standing before us again. But there was no mistaking his malicious presence. You're really the real Eito. It's been a while since we spoke face to face like this, hasn't it, Takumi? I am indeed Eito Atsuki, in the flesh. Not the Eito Atsuki you know, though. I've come from another, slightly different world. What? My thoughts were thrown into confusion. How could Eito still be alive? How did he become the sponsor? And as the second sponsor, how was he connected to the first? You look completely flabbergasted. Wouldn't you like to know who I really am?
That goes without saying. Spit it out already. You have no right to remain silent. Just what kind of alternate universe did you come from? Why did you make Takumi do that to those people in the mansion?
We surrounded Eito and bombarded him with questions. Calm down, everyone. Don't worry. I'll tell you anything you want to know. I was surprised. He actually promised to answer our questions without leaving us hanging. Except, I just have one condition.
What is it?
I'll only answer questions from Takumi. And we have to be alone. No answers if anyone else is there, and I'll know if you're hiding under the bed, because that's a trick only I can do. What? Why do I have to be stuck somewhere alone with you? Is that a no? Do you really want to turn this offer down? It's the biggest chance you have to get information out of me, team leader. You've got a lot of nerve. We could always squeeze that information out from you through my various torture techniques.
Oh,
You're not much of a professional assassin if you can't tell torture won't work on someone like me, Yugamu. I've already made up my mind. I'll only talk when I'm alone with Takumi. You're still trying to toy with me at this stage?
Why are you so obsessed with Takumi anyway?
Why wouldn't I be mean to him? After all, you're the version of you that killed me, aren't you? I did kill Eito. Or so I thought. How could he be standing before me again now? So this is all about revenge? You even became the sponsor of the killing game? Not really. But I just couldn't get over it, you know? How you offed the other me like you were stamping out a pest to be exterminated. Looking oh so righteous while you were at it. I wanted to make sure you came to terms with your true vile nature. Then you'd never feel inclined to act self-righteous again. How does it feel to be an even worse serial killer than me, Takumi? Just for that? You made me kill those people just for that? You blew up Darumi because she kissed Tsubasa before you, so truly, who's the worst one here? Now that's an expression better suited to a disgusting creature like you. Are you in utter anguish yet? I took over the killing game from the previous sponsor so I could see you looking tortured by guilt and desperation. The game may be over, but my fun has only just begun. Because now it's your responsibility to interrogate me. I wanted to kill Eito again, right there and then, to avenge my friends who died in the game. But I knew I couldn't. We needed the information he had.
It's starting to smell more and more like the multiverse theory is true. This Eito came from another timeline, right?
Does that mean he knows how to travel between timelines?
Can we see Takemaru alive again if we go to another timeline?
If this Eito really did come from a different timeline, the information he held was priceless. We could solve our most immediate problems by learning how to travel between timelines from him. We wouldn't have to fight Del Shah or struggle to get the escape pod started up. Oh my god, I forgot those things are still problems. Nobody else needed to die, but to get that information. Shall we have a little chat, Takumi? You have to tell me what I want to know first. What? Like the sensation you felt when you killed those people. The feeling of bathing in the warm blood of your victims. That squelching sound was so nice and satisfying, wasn't it? In that moment, the faces of those people suddenly surfaced in my mind, clear as day. The faces of the people I had killed. My breathing quickened, and I broke out in cold sweat. Eito really did have the potential to be the best assassin in the world. His ability to drive people into dead ends and make them wish they were dead with words alone was unparalleled. Not so bad to be caught, if I can get to see you looking like that. But I'm nowhere near done yet. Don't think you can get away from that ugly soul of yours for even a moment. I'll be sure to remind you of your sin from now on. Every single day. I could feel the strength leaving my body as Eito laughed at the top of his voice. And to think, I thought I'd finally be able to relax after defeating the sponsor and ending the game. I was wrong. My real suffering was only just beginning. After killing Eito, he came back with a firm hand on my ankle, ready to drag me down into hell with him. My killing game wasn't over yet. Holy shit! It happened so quickly I barely knew what was going on. Tsubasa picked up the knife I dropped, lunged forward, and slit Eito's throat with it. Jesus! Damn, Tsubasa!
Tsubasa!
Don't you dare bully Takumi.
Thank you.
My sweet Takumi.
Tsubasa?
Anyone who dares to hurt him is going to have to answer to me.
Whoa. The venom in her voice just said...
All of you, such ugly monsters.
Eito coughed up blood and collapsed on the ground. And within a few seconds, he'd stopped breathing. Well, so much for getting answers. Tsubasa! I ran over and held her in a tight embrace.
I'm sorry. We were supposed to ask him for more information, but I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't bear to see you in so much pain.
No need to apologize, Tsubasa. If you hadn't jumped in, I'd have done the same thing. 3 cheers for Miss Kawana! The sponsor got what was coming to him and it feels so good!
Vengeance for Takemaru!
Someone like that doesn't deserve to live. See, guys? I told you! I told you all along! I killed Eito for a goddamn good reason! And Imo was like, oh, you killed Eito. Oh, you're a terrible person.
I approve of anything Mr. Tsubasa does. Besides, this is the perfect end to a killing game.
The perfect end?
Killing games just love to drag out the story for as long as possible, and then suddenly drop the ending on you with zero fanfare. You know, without answering any of the subplots it was alluding to the whole time. It's not a real killing game these days if it doesn't end super abruptly. That's why this is the perfect end to our killing game. I'm here all day for it.
Maybe we were supposed to go after Dalsha first after all. And so the invader hunt ended abruptly, in perfect killing game style, 60 days after it began. As relieved as I was, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't bothered by the many unanswered questions it left behind. But there was no time for us to run around trying to solve those mysteries now. The game was over, and that meant we had more important matters to deal with. With our eyes keenly focused on the prize of a true happy ending, we quickly moved toward our next objective, poison time.